Okay, howdy. My name is Casey Davis, and I'm the County Extension Agent in Pittsburgh and Camp County, Texas. And right now I'm just going to go over and do a little tutorial of how to get re-enrolled in 4-H Connect. It's actually now known as 4-H Online. It's been updated and we've converted over to a new system, so it's going to look a little bit different. But if you have already been a member in the past, then all of your information should transfer over. You should be able to use the same login credentials as before. Okay, it's just going to look different. So I'm sharing my screen now. I hope you can see that. I've got the new website pulled up. If you look in the top left-hand corner, that link to 4-H Online is going to be v2.4honline.com. It should pull that up, and then you can log in on the sign-in page. I'm going to show y'all how to get re-enrolled now. So here we are. I've got my credentials, same as what I had last year. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And here I am. So I, of course, am Casey Davis. I was not born in 1920, but that's okay. We're going to enroll now. You can see it's right here. We're going to click. I'm confirming that I want to roll in Texas 4-H Youth Development as a volunteer. So, of course, yes, I'm an adult volunteer, but you as a youth, if you're registering your child, you'll register them as a youth. If you're registering yourself as an adult volunteer, of course, you'll choose the volunteer. So I click Enroll. Okay. Now let's see. There's some instructions here. Click volunteer types. Okay. Now, I am going to be a program volunteer. If you are a project leader, such as for our shooting sports, cooking class, veterinary science, or Clover Kids, you will do a project volunteer. And excuse me, if you are a Clover Kid leader, you'll do club volunteer. If you're going to be a project or a club manager or assist in that way, then we would do club volunteer. But I'm going to go ahead and choose program volunteer for myself. And I'm an employee, so I get to choose that. Not everyone else does, though. So you won't have that option here. Okay, so I've selected my volunteer type. I'm going to click Next. Okay, questions. Let's click on that and see. Okay, so I am a female, yes, and let's just go ahead and put in my information here. Okay. So then you have to fill out your demographic information, the same thing as before. In Pittsburgh, you know, we're usually going to be farm or the town under 10,000. You put your ethnicity and race. My emergency contact. We'll go ahead and put my mom. If you're in the military or were, you'll put that information. No one in my family is. Years as a 4-H volunteer, so I'm going to go ahead and bump that up to 5. Communication, you know, you put that information in there. Communication information, so we'll go ahead and put the office address here. Okay, and it copied over my employment information, which we're just going to copy that. And of course, this may or it is going to look a little bit different for those youth members, because you don't have to fill out employment and stuff like that. Okay, then of course, if you're in shooting sports, you have to put that information in there. Of course, we're in Camp County. I have to fill out this information. I already get that, so I don't need that. I have read this information. Click next. Oh, I'm supposed to check not in shooting sports. My bad. Okay, then we have to do a health form. I have to input this information. Okay, and I apologize, it's taken time to do this, but I'm walking through it just as you would, so. Okay, I agree to the statement above, understands information requested, help from the staff, read all of this, understand, acknowledge my failure to do so, I'm assigning my name, it's just a release, make sure you read it. List medical information below or type none. Okay, none. I have no medical ailments or injuries. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do healthcare information, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen just for that moment to input that information. Okay, sharing my screen again. Now it's time to read over the waiver information, health waiver, medical treatment authorization. So be sure and read through that and sign your name that you agree. And I agree. And next. Okay, couple more steps and we're done. Show consent. So we have a volunteer code of conduct. As a volunteer, you should be expected to respect individuals' rights, carry out assigned position responsibilities that you've accepted, participate in routine volunteer training opportunities, be committed to the core values, education, goals, standards, 4-H youth development, support our program and our rules and guidelines, recognize the responsibilities of the 4-H youth development program staff, including myself, support non-discrimination practices, make reasonable efforts to provide access and equal opportunity for everyone, adhere to Texas laws, do not consume alcohol or illegal drugs, shouldn't be a problem, serve as a good example for youth, maintain direct supervision of 4-H members when you are in charge of an event, do not sign a lease agreement with other facilities on behalf of Texas A&M AgriLife Extension. Again, that shouldn't be a problem. Recognize Texas law, safeguard and hold confidential any information that you have been given. Do not physically or verbally abuse a youth member. Understand falsifying enrollment information is a breach of our code of ethics. Do not engage in sexual activity with youth members. Adhere to fiscal responsibility and financial best management practices. Register as a volunteer in only one county. Again, that these things should not be a problem. Do not receive compensation for professional services provided in support of 4-H activity. Of course, that's excluding reimbursement. The consequences, if you break the code of conduct, we'll have a discussion. You might be reassigned. You might be terminated as a volunteer. Again, none of these things should be a problem. Just make sure you read over it. If for any reason you need to be removed immediately, it will be because of those reasons. Again, you will sign. And again, this is for adults only, but our youth members do have the youth code of ethics, so it'll probably be in place there. Media and photography release, I have no problem with that. So I agree that photos, videos may be taken and used by the agency. Next. Okay, so at this point you will put in your payment information. I should not have to though, because I am an employee. So we should move along now. Oops. So for our youth members, it's going to be that I believe $25, or it will bump up to $30, I think, after October. For our adult volunteers, it is $10. Okay. All right, so again, at this point, you would pay by credit card and go ahead and get enrolled in that matter. Mine here is going to be showing something different since I am an employee. So just disregard this at this point. Okay, so now we're on the last portion. We're getting enrolled, and I'm clicking submit. It of course will ask, are you sure you want to continue? We'll confirm. And we should be good to go. Of course, again, I, as an adult volunteer, will have to do a screening. I have to put my information in here to do a background check. That's an annual thing. Again, and I've already read this before. If you're a renewing member, you've already read this as well, but just make sure you go back through it and agree to the terms and conditions, sign your name, submit. Okay, and then adults here, we will have to do this training. I'm going to go back and do that at a later date, but that should be it. And then once you get registered, let's see here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, once you get registered, you once you get registered, your page is going to look more like this. So not currently enrolled. Of course, Connor's going to get enrolled. And then once you do re-enroll, all of your information should pop up there. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can let me know. You can also go to this page, this web page here. It's on our extension website. It's of course https://texas4-h.tamu.edu/4h online. So you can go to this website. It's got lots of things to click on to help you get through that process of enrolling. It's got welcome to 4-H. It's got how to manage a credit card and get that on there. It's got how to sign in. It's even got a training video here for how to get re-enrolled. Lots of options if you're having problems. You can check out any of those and hopefully it will get you squared away. But if it doesn't, again, just contact me and we will hopefully get it taken care of. Thank y'all.